Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brentley. We're gonna get into the Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 12, episode episode 4. Excuse me. We continue in Lasita. Uh, it's the next day. It's the next morning. At Kyle's up cooking some breakfast, some of it, cooking some breakfast and stuff, and then she ordered drinks. She ordered some drinks and stuff for the morning. I forget what they call. I can't remember. Yeah, and stuff. And the ladies are sitting out by the pool and stuff. Derek said that she didn't sleep last night at all. And Garcia said, "Why you didn't wake?" She said, "Why you didn't wake me up?" And Derek like, "That wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be right." And so then they start talking about what happened last night with Crystal and trying to figure out what's going on with Crystal and stuff. And so that's when Garcelle caught. I said they start asking, trying to figure out what went on with Crystal, and that's when Erica was explaining, like, her feelings, like we don't validate her feelings, so somewhat I kind of blocked them out because it was like, ugh, I'm over that. I'm over this issue too at this point. So Garcelle ended up calling Crystal and trying to get Crystal to come over so that they can come over to the house so they can clear the air for at least 10 minutes so that they can get this over with so that they can go home and she can go home, everybody can go home clean slate and everybody can find out what's going on with her and stuff. And she agreed to come over. Okay, as they waiting, Erica lying about, since the last time I've been up here, last year, it was horrible, I mean, since everything is all over, and, I'm clear, trying, it feels a lot better and stuff. I'm like, okay. I mean, she delusional. I said, this hoe is delusional. Ain't shit over with. You still dealing with court cases. Your money still tied up. Only money ain't tied up is the money you get from Bravo and the stuff you doing on your social media. That's the only money you got right now that we know of. So I don't know what you're talking about. But she's saying, all this stuff. She cleared and all this. Erica, that's when Garcelle called her out. Garcelle said, last year you didn't, because you didn't show you didn't show any sympathy towards the victims. And she looked as stupid. I'm like, girl, that's what you get. Look at that face, dumb. No, that ain't it. She might know. She said that she think the victims are. She said she don't know who got paid. She said I don't know who got paid, and they are lying. It's like, what? So now you saying the victims are lying about their lying, saying they didn't get their settlement. Is what you saying? She's saying they didn't get their settlement payments. So that's why they doing all this, and they lying on her and her husband and his firm. And Garcia like, no way. No way. No way. It's not making sense. Yeah, Erica she just kept lying the whole time. She just kept on lying and stuff. And I'm like, girl, stop lying. Like, you still dealing with court cases. And you keep lying. Like, girl, you ain't got no money that we know of. Then here Crystal finally shows up. So thank God she showed up, so we ain't gotta hear no more of this line heifer, cause I'm tired of her. So Crystal show up, and that's when Crystal showed up. Then they showed a little bit of Sutton and Diana. They showed Sutton and Diana having lunch. Okay, Crystal show up. They asked where Sutton and Diana, and she told them that Sutton and Diana, they are having lunch together. and stuff. And they showed Sutton and Diana having lunch, having a chit chat. They just chit chatting, getting to know each other a little bit, and a little bit like that and stuff. It was light, wasn't that deep. So we're gonna move on, get back to the juicy, to the so-called juicy part. So we get back to the ladies at Cow House. Lisa, Derek, Erica asked Crystal, "So what happened last night?" And Crystal started by putting on the tear work. Yes, she had to. She had to go to that, to her of her words. I'm using this word that's gonna come up later. That dark place, and used some tears. So these tears came out, giving the emotions that Derek tries to give, but she really but Crystal really gave us the tears. So she giving the tears, trying to explain how she felt last night and what triggered her. And she said what triggered her was what they were talking about and how they don't validate her feelings. She don't feel like her feelings are validated with these ladies. That's just how she felt. And she was explaining that when she said that, after she said that, Garcelle asked her, "What do you mean by I don't feel safe?" Uh, I forget what she said. Lord, my brain just went blank. Oh Lord, Crystal ended up saying that it wasn't that. I forget what this girl said. Dang, I don't remember. I just forgot. Dang, I just forgot what she said. I forgot what she said. So we gonna move on from there. So after that, after she said, I forget what she said to answer Garcelle's question. That's when Kyle was like, I'm a fixer. She said, so I'm a fixer, and I'm trying to, and I be trying to fix stuff. And I was, trying to figure out what was, kind of going on with, trying to figure out, I didn't understand what was going on with you. And I'm like, girl, you lying. You ain't never been a fixer. You a troublemaker, a shit starter, an instigator, a backstabber. Shoot, might as well say skank. At this point, you a skank, a hoe, you everything at this point. But you ain't a fixer. You ain't a sister to your sisters. To be honest, you fake. That's why you friends with Lisa, Derek, and Erica. Plain and simple. So moving on, Garcelle, I'm gonna ask you a question, Crystal. Train, so I'm gonna be real honest. Train, I wanted to ask you. I'm just gonna get it. Crystal, go ahead. She went. So my feelings was with you and your situation with you and Sutton. I felt like you was going. She said, I felt like it was a setup. I felt like it was set up, and I felt like you was gonna say, regardless of what Sutton would have said, you would have said, "Oh, you that girl." And I honestly, my opinion, I think she would have said. I said I can see her. I honestly thought she was gonna say it didn't matter what Sutton would have said. She would have said, "You that girl," because that whole trip, Crystal had some type of attitude. It's like she had an attitude towards Sutton for some reason. Like she had an attitude towards Sutton. Even before Sutton even gave her jacket back, you can kind of tell. Crystal is something. Crystal, she not my cup of tea. Not at all. Not at all. But when Garcelle said that, that her comment. Crystal was it kind of shook Crystal up when she said that. Cause Crystal like asked her, do you still feel that way?" And Garcelle said, "I don't know." She said, "I don't know." She said, "I really don't know." So it's like, and Crystal felt it in her confession. She was like, she felt a certain way about that because she said, like, it's been 2 years. You know me for almost 2 years. You know me for 2 years now, and you still feel that way after getting to know me, girl. You still the same. You still the same chick. You still that same chick from the beginning of the 2 years. The way you've been treating Sutton, and then what you just did. Uh, it just it's like what you did is like I can kind of see that you was gonna. It's like to me you was gonna do that. I can see like was it a setup? I can see that. I can see you setting her up for that because if a person tell you they don't see color, they don't see color. It ain't that they don't see a person race or who they are. They just don't. They don't judge a person. They don't see color, meaning they don't judge you on. They're not judging you on your who you are on the color of your skin. They're your friend because of who you are. Period. They know your race. That's all it is. But you was gonna say that you that girl. What that mean? That can mean anything. It's like what that supposed to mean? Cause she can say it's like for you saying you that girl. It's like you that girl too. You that mean girl, that stuck up girl, that girl that want to be in the in crowd with these stuck up bitches that you want to be friends with, that will stab you in the back and dog you all at the same time, and probably steal your man if they want to. Them same women that you trying to be friends with over there. But I digest. We're gonna keep it pushing. Um, so Crystal felt a certain way about that. Okay. Okay, Crystal said, I said, then Crystal say, that night, because she didn't want to answer the question. Instead of answering Garcelle's question and just saying no, you could just saying no, there wasn't a setup. Instead of just answering it, she went ahead and did this little throw something under the bus type of thing. She said that, Sutton said a lot of things, said a lot of dark things that night. Um, that's when Lisa Renner, in her confession, Lisa Renner said like, uh, if that's your friend and you was defending your friend the night before, and you was standing up for your friend, showing she said, why would you say stuff like that now? I'm just saying, I put the stuff in there now. Why would you say some stuff like this now if you were standing up for your friend last night, but now you want to say this stuff about her? Yeah, that's not cool. But I want, but Lisa, you can't talk because you did worse. Denise Richard, that's your best friend over 20 years. I said you did that. And you know her for 20 years and you ruined that. So you can't talk about nobody and backstabbing and throwing somebody on the bus and anything else. So just sit there, shut up. So Crystal was continuing. She said that was the first time she met. She said the first time she met Sutton, um, up at on the trip that was the first time she spoke to Sutton. And Kyle came in and Cal said, I don't. She told Cal said, I don't. Cal told her, I don't remember nothing bad being said at all during that during last season up at what Tomahawk up there on the last season on the trip that we went on. I don't remember nothing being said. She didn't say anything bad. And Crystal like, no, you was drunk, so you wouldn't remember. It's like, huh? I said that's something. I said if something bad was being said, Kyle would remember. Kyle remember. Kyle, she got a brain of an elephant. She remember. She remember some dirt. That's the one thing Kyle remember. Kyle remember all dirt coming out of somebody's mouth. She will not forget that. That's the one thing she will remember. She remember dirt. That she will. And she knows something ain't say nothing. Didn't say anything. So you making up stuff because you didn't want to answer the question. So, so during that, Garcelle get a call from her son, her oldest son. She ended up finding out he ended up getting a job with Lisa Vanderpump. So she ended up getting off the phone with him. They asked about what's going on. She said everything all good, he good, but y'all, he got a job with somebody y'all know. They went PK, no, Lisa Vanderpump. They all left the room. Like, yeah, Lisa Vanderpump. She rocked them both douches. So after that, that was the end of that. They go back to Beverly Hills. They showed the Rick and PK. It was a boring scene. I really didn't care about them. Them talking about, the robbery and stuff like that, and all that stuff. And yeah, he telling her she need to get out, go to certain event, enjoy herself, and yeah, blah blase blase. Moving on, we get to certain event. Uh, okay, it's Sutton event at the store. Okay, Sutton's event. Okay, she's at the store a little bit early. Um, with the designer Alex Mobile. Hope I'm saying his name right. The French designer and stuff. Just make sure everything's set up. He designed it. I want to say cashmere dress for her and stuff for the event tonight, and she wanted to celebrate him because that's her friend. And his summer collection of 2022 summer collection. Yeah, she threw a big event and everything. Uh, okay. Derek and Sutton. Well, Derek and Kyle are riding together on their way to Sutton event. Sutton tells, excuse me, Derek tells Kyle that Lisa's not gonna make it because Lisa's mom is in the hospital. Lisa's mom had a stroke, and she's in hospice, and she, yeah. So she with her mom. Her family and them was with her mom and stuff. Yeah. So, you know, and that as they on their way there, Cal get a call or a text on her phone that um I want to say paparazzi is over her fence taking pictures. Paparazzi on her fence, peeping over the fence, taking pictures, and that kind of shook up Derek a little. Yeah. So yeah. So at the sudden event, Garcelle's the first one to get there. So they just chit chatting and whatever a little bit, and Garcelle asks who's coming. She asks all the girls coming. Sutton said, Sutton said, like, I think so. That's it. And so they move on to Erica. Show Erica. Erica said she ain't going. Cause she tell her team, because she ain't getting no apology. She said because she ain't getting no apology, she ain't going. Cause it's like, girl, shut up. You wasn't gonna get an apology, not from Sutton, not at all. Cause who gonna apologize to your ass? You in the wrong. Now, son asked you questions about your shit, but you mad at her, and but you ain't mad at your good Judy's. Get out of here. She get on my nerves. Uh, then they showed Diana talking. What was Diana doing? Oh, Diana was getting ready for the event and stuff, talking to her staff and whatever. About her, she said, yeah. She said she doesn't be her. It's like, girl, you just went to a store opening. You went to Kyle's. Like, girl, you been to this. You been to Kyle's. You've been to more than one store opening, but like, let you tell it. You acting like this your first store opening. It's like, girl, you went to Kyle's store opening. If, like you said, this be your second, we just make sure this your second, since you're a little special to me, but okay. And then her one of her help my what her help said, like, she been working with her for almost 15 working her for 15 years, saying that she ain't haven't seen her in the store, but she just lied, and she just actually lied and said she ain't been in the store. She don't go to stores because she allergic to the dust in the store. She allergic to stores, but it's like, but you didn't been to a store. It's like you don't even know if you allergic to a store if you been to it. Common sense, girl. Stop being stupid, Diana. So okay. So Derek and Kyle finally arrived to Sutton store event at Sutton store. As they getting out of the car, Derek mad because of cause they're pressed outside. She, she mad because Sutton didn't give her a heads up that press gonna be out, and she said she can't talk to press about what happened. She only told her friends and family. It's like, girl, you on a reality show. You didn't tell the whole entire world. What you talking about? Like, the press ain't here for you. You ain't that important. And if you don't stop to answer a question, they won't ask you nothing. Think. Like, so she acting all kind of paranoid and stuff, but she ended up going into the building. Kyle ended up answering questions for her. Like, what's going on here? Yeah, so I'm like, ugh. Derek storyline. Storyline. That's what I'm getting. This is a plain up storyline. It really is. So moving on. So moving on. So moving on. Everybody having fun at Sutton's event and stuff. Uh, Cal pulled Sutton aside and started telling Sutton that started telling Sutton about what Crystal said, what Crystal had said at Lasita, Lasita and stuff about that, you know, when they last year they situation, that you have said something. She said that you said something, that you had said something dark, and Sutton looking like, huh? Sutton was like, Sutton, like, she really over her face and expression, everything, like, I'm over this. She went, I'm over this. She went, I'm not new. She went, She went, I'm not moving backwards. I'm moving forwards. She ain't, like, me and her actually talked about this. And Sutton confession, Sutton said that I didn't say. Sutton said I didn't say nothing bad. So she went, I can stand by whatever I said because I didn't say anything bad. And if she said something bad, Andy and Bravo would have showed it last season. They wouldn't have had that. Not at all. And Sutton is not. I said to me, I don't get Sutton. Sutton not a racist. That's my opinion. But so Garcelle finally came up to see what's going on and stuff. And Garcelle told her, I want to know because your friend, Shrain, she's saying all this, insinuating that you had said something, bad. She insinuating that you have said something bad. So Shrain, you need to watch your new friend. And uh, she said you need to watch your new friend. And then Garcelle's uh, thing confession, Garcelle said friendship is about trust. When Crystal was backed into a corner, instead of answering the question, she threw Sutton under the bus. And she did for no reason. Instead of just saying, you could have just said no. No, that ain't what happened. It wasn't a setup. But you didn't do that. You took the coward way out. So at the end of the day, the way you doing things, it was a setup. And the way you doing it now, it seemed like it was a setup. That's what it's looking like. So she went into let's move forward. Let's talk about, we gonna build a sisterhood. A sisterhood. Everything. I'm like, girl. She said build a sisterhood. I'm like, Sutton. I get what Sutton is. Sutton over it. Sutton, like, I didn't talk to the girl. I did all this. I don't know why the girl, she's trying to figure out, I don't know, in her head, she like, this is my night, my event. And she said, in her head, she like, I can't deal with this right now. Like, she trying to stay positive. She not trying to really freak out. She not trying to do something. This is her event. So she got to be professional and on point. And so, it's like, yeah. So, Garcelle, like, I'm like, yeah. So, Sutton ended up, saying his sisterhood and all this good stuff. And Kyle was like, what's going on? In her confession, what's going on with her? What's going on with her? She used to cry all the time. And all this last year and all this stuff now, I don't know what's going on with her. She ain't crying. She ain't this and that. I said, what's she supposed to do? Kyle, what's she supposed to do? Like, she ain't crying because she don't want to cry no more. She's over it. It's like she had a new point in her life. She know that y'all not her friends. She know y'all not her friends. Y'all don't care about her. Only person that cares about her is Garcelle. The rest of y'all not even associates. Y'all acquaintance. Y'all are work partner. Y'all are workers y'all work. Y'all co-workers. I work with y'all for the time being. That's all I do. So it's not a big, she's not getting that attached to it. She's really detaching herself as she goes. And it's like, I have no problem with it. It's like, she's not trying to deal with it. Not right now and not this night because of what she's dealing with. This is her event and she ain't got time for it. So the night go on and whatever. Kyle and Garcelle go sit down and they talking about the Crystal and Sutton thing after they got from talking to Sutton and stuff, and they still trying to figure the stuff out. And then here come Crystal. Crystal come walking up to see like what they're talking about, and Kyle said, "We talking about you and what you said." And Kyle was like, I remember what went on that night, and she went, there was nothing dark or bad that was said that night. And that's when Crystal was like, no, you was wrong. So Kyle said, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that with me. Sure, do not do that with me. Don't do that with me. Because don't do that. And So don't do that with me. Garcia asked, so what did she say? So what was it? What was the word? She went, cause went, well, you know, and she said, well, you know, the word, it may not have told Kyle, this may not affect you, but it will affect me and Garcelle. Um, it will affect me and Garcelle. It said, you may not be affected by what Sutton said, but me and Garcelle would. So Garcelle asked her again, like, say whatever she said. Say whatever she said because in my mind, you got me thinking it's the worst. And Crystal said, don't. Crystal like, Crystal like, no, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. It's not that. Um, um, Garcelle like, so why you use the word dark and whatever? She like, Crystal like, let's not get into this word thing of being focused. Don't let's not get focused on the word dark. You know, because I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I was like, girl, you brought it. You bringing up these words. You doing all this. Ain't nobody else doing this but you. You causing all this drama. Instead, all you had to do was say no. But you couldn't. So she going around the world. And Crystal, like, you know, the word is, she ain't, but she ain't, the word is, forgivable. The word is forgivable. The word she used was it's forgivable. The word that she used was it is forgivable. So Garcelle and Cal said, so why did you bring it up? Why did you? She said, why did you bring it up? She went, Crystal went, because the question that you asked me. She went, because the question that I was asked was very damaging. I went, hold up, hold up. The question that was asked was not damaging. The question was a yes or no. Did you set the woman up because with the comment of, oh, you that girl, you could have just said, no, that is not it. That wasn't a setup. That's all you had to say. But you couldn't do that. Because now it looked like it's a setup. And so now she's saying the word was damaging. Then Sutton, you know, can I come over? And like, Garcia went, girl, come on over, girl. Come on, come on. It's about you, girl. Come on over. So Sutton and Diana come over. And then Derek come over sooner or later. So, you know, they talking and whatever. And they go back and forth about the situation. And Sutton, like, I didn't say anything bad. Sutton said, I did not say nothing bad at all. So, she said, me and her had squashed it. So she went, I don't understand why we still doing this. And Garcelle said, I'm cool with y'all to get y'all to squashing it and becoming cool. But you said, but it's Crystal that's the issue in these words. In these words. So that's when Derek came. Derek said, let me get my 2 cents. Derek said, you should have just, Derek said, you should have defended yourself. You should have just defended yourself, and that's all. You shouldn't have went ahead and did this problematic stuff that you're doing now. You should have just defended yourself. When the question that you was being asked was asked, you should have just said what you needed to say. But you went on and did all of this, and you can't do that. That's damaging. You cannot do that. And she wanted Crystal being the ass that she is. she and her feelings like, she gonna keep doing what she doing. And Garcia was like, so why you use the word dark? And this set Crystal off. Crystal like, here you go, Crystal like, I already told you about this word. I already told you about this word. And Garcia went, okay, like I said. Why you use Garcia went like I said. Why you use the word dark? Like she went, and I'm gonna defend. She went, I'm gonna defend myself. I'm gonna defend myself and do what I'm gonna always defend myself and stand by what I always stand by what she said. I always stand by what I say. I'm like, girl, get out of here. You just lied on something. You making this out to be a racist thing. Racist or whatever, this dark or problematic, but it's supposed to be forgivable. But I don't know what it is. But ho, I'm tired of you. At this point, I'm tired of you. You done wore me out. Like Kyle. You and Kyle done wore me out. And we only in the fourth episode. Kyle done wore me out since episode 1. And you done wore me out this whole entire episode. Like, damn. What's going on? For real. So she's still lying and all this stuff. And so, the part that end, and then we go to the Rick and PK. And the Rick and PK, born as usual. But the Rick, giving him his props because he been supportive to her and all this stuff. But in the confession, he looking dumbfounded. Like, I'm like, this is a setup. Because I'm like, he look like he is, like, I be like, what's going on? Because she playing the role and he looking stupid. Like dumbfounded, like a deer in headlights. Like, what's she talking about? Like, what's she talking about? Like, he looking like, what's she talking about? Because she giving him support because he been supporting her. She going through, this traumatic drama and stuff, that the break-in. She having nightmares. She can't sleep and all this stuff. So she bring a therapist to the home. So the therapist come. The therapist have her go through some type of they do some type of thing where it's a machine and she hold it in her hand and she had to do like close her eyes and redo the event and stuff. So she ended up recalling the event, some of it, and started breaking down and whatever. And it went off after that. That's all that happened. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I'd like to know what y'all think about this episode of Beverly Hills. What y'all think about Crystal so far? Because I don't know. Because I think Crystal lying. I know she lying. And I know Sutton ain't said nothing. And because I think Crystal trying to ruin Sutton's friendship with Garcelle. And I don't know why she's trying to do that. Because it's not making sense. It's like, I'm not understanding why you trying to ruin Sutton. But you're doing it for some reason. And it's not making sense, but that's what's going on. But like, subscribe, share on all social medias. Leave a comment. Let me know what you feel about the episode. It's your boy, Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye.